Good morning students. Today once again we are going to continue your first chapter. Which was your first chapter? That is nutrition in your plants, right? The first chapter is nutrition in plants. So what all things we have covered in the first class? That is nutrients. So what are the nutrients? The food consists of different components, right? What are those? Fats, protein, vitamins, minerals. So they are the components of the food and they are called as what? Nutrients, right? So all these are necessary for the body. So what is the another term? Nutrition. It is a mode of taking food by an organism and utilization by the body. So why we need the food? Because we need the energy to carry out various activities or work, right? So for this we need energy and the energy we get from the food, and food consists of what? Protein, fats, vitamins, mineral, right? So they are very necessary for the body to carry out various activities. And we have also covered the part of autotrophics and the heterotrophs, right? Autotrophs are those which make their own food, like for example the plants, those which make their own food. What about the heterotrophs, which depend on the autotrophs? Which are the examples? Humans, animals and birds, right? So plant uses the technique called the photosynthesis or the process called the photosynthesis, where what they used to do? They used to take carbon dioxide by the stomata or with the help of stomata, water from the roots, sunlight through the green pigment, which is that chlorophyll, right? And converting them into carbohydrate. So it is a food which is stored in the form of what? Starch. So, starch is a food material or the food prepared by the plant and it is stored in the form of starch. This carbohydrate, which is produced by the action of carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, is stored in the form of starch in the plant body, right? And we have also studied about the cell. So cells are the basic structural unit of life. Okay. From the cell only the whole organism, that is the plant, animals and the human beings are developed. And they consist of cell membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. Right. And one more topic we have studied, that is transpiration. So loss of water from the plant surface is called transpiration. So in desert plant what happened? There is a loss of water due to hot climate. Because of this the leaves are converted into spines so that there must be less loss of water. Okay. Now moving further in this class. So that is the activity 1.1, what they are telling. Take a two-potted plant, right? Take a two-potted plant of same kind. Keep one in a dark room for 72 hours and another in a sunlight. Okay, leave the pot which was early kept in a dark the sunlight for 3 days and perform the iodine test for these seeds. Okay, what they are doing? So activity 1.1, two plants. So we are taking two plants, 1, 2, right? So one plant should be kept in a dark room. So one in sunlight. So we are taking what? We are taking two planted pots, right? One we have to kept in dark room for 72 hours, one in a sunlight for 3-4 days. What happens? After that, we have to test what? Iodine test, right? In this test, what we are going to do? Take a leaf or pluck the leaf from both the plants. So what we are going to do? Take a two potted plants, keeping one plant in a dark room for 72 hours and keeping one potted plant in a sunlight for 3-4 days. After that we have to collect the leaves from both the plant. So what we have to do next? Taking the leaves from one particular plant, then boiling that leaf in a alcohol. Okay, boiling that leaf in a alcohol. After that, take that leaf and put some drop of iodine. Right. So when we put the iodine, it turns into blue, right? So what happens? It turns into blue. This suggests that there is a presence of starch, right? So in which there is a presence of starch. So only the second one that is kept in the sunlight have the starch as it is in the sunlight, right? So it can prepare their own food. So sun is very necessary for the process of photosynthesis, right? So because of that, the second one shows the presence of starch, right? Whereas the plant which is kept in a dark room cannot prepare the food or the starch, okay? Because as there is no sunlight, right? Okay, so this is a simple test where we have to understand the photosynthesis process and the presence of starch. For this we have done the iodine test, right? For iodine test what we have to do? Taking the plant, two plants, one with a dark, which is kept in a dark room, one which is kept in a sunlight, right? So taking that leaf, boiling in alcohol, then taking aside the leaf and putting some drops of iodine. So iodine test help in the presence of starch. So you can see the presence of starch by after putting a drop of iodine, what happens? You can see the change, that is a blue color. So blue color, when we put iodine solution on the leaf, we get the blue color, that shows the presence of starch. But it does not happen in the first part, the first leaf, as we have kept in the dark room, right? So sunlight is very necessary for the photosynthesis. And then it tells the presence of food prepared by the plant, that is starch, right? We take the starch. So how plants store the food material in the form of what? Starch, right? Okay. This was activity 1.1. Now, the leaves other than the greens also have chlorophyll. The large amount of red, brown and other pigment mask the green color. Photosynthesis takes place in these leaves also. So when we see different colors of the plant, right? Plant with the different color leaves. You can see in the figure 1.4, right? But so they also prepare the or they also takes the process of photosynthesis, as they have different color pigments. But in green color is because of what? Chlorophyll pigment, right? Now moving to the next part, that is a algae. Algae. So you have often seen slimy green patches in the pond or the stagnant water bodies. They are generally formed by the growth of organism called the algae, right? So algae is a what? So you have seen the green patches in the water bodies, right? Green patches of the bodies, right? So green mass, right, near the water body. So green masses or the green patches near the water bodies, and they are known as the algae, right? So can you guess why algae are green in color? They contain chlorophyll, which give them green color. So algae can also prepare their own food by photosynthesis, right? So algae it consists of a chlorophyll, that is a green pigment. So which help algae for the preparation of their own food. So you can consider algae as a plant, right? So these are the small tiny plants. So algae can prepare their own food because of presence of what? Chlorophyll, right? And they are usually present at near the water bodies like ponds, stagnant water bodies. Stagnant means uh, where the liquid or the water is collected, some patches of water is collected, right? So ponds and the stagnant water bodies, right? So they are small green patches. You can usually see these in the near the ponds and what stagnant water. Okay. Now moving to the next part, synthesis of the plant food and other than the carbohydrate, right? So apart from the carbohydrate production, there is a carbohydrate are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. They are used to synthesize other compounds of food such as protein and fats. But protein are the nitrogenous substance, right? So what they are telling, as we have studied in the photosynthesis part, that plant used to make what? Carbohydrate, right? So it is made up of what? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Now one more product they used to form. What is that? Protein. So protein is what? It is a, so like that the carbohydrate proteins also produced in the plant, right? So they are produced with the help of what? Nitrogen. So in the photosynthesis part, we have studied the carbohydrate is prepared by the plants with the use of carbon dioxide, water and sunlight, right? CO2 means carbon dioxide, H2O means water and sunlight, right? With the help of chlorophyll. In next part, plant also produces the protein, and protein is produced from the nitrogen, right? So nitrogen is needed for the preparation of what? Protein by plants, right? Now, how the nitrogen used or get by the plants? So, Nitrogen is present in the abundant in a gaseous form. So nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, but plant cannot take directly. So what happens? Plant cannot absorb nitrogen, right? So what happens? Soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into usable form. Release it into the soil. These absorbed by the plants along with the water. Okay, so for farmer adding fertilizer rich in nitrogen to the soil. In this way, plant fulfill their requirement of nitrogen along with the other constituents. Right? Plants can then synthesize protein and vitamins. So, in the atmosphere, nitrogen is present, but it cannot take the nitrogen as like the carbon dioxide. So for this, what happens? A bacteria or the microorganism. Bacteria is a microorganism. What happens? The bacteria convert that atmospheric nitrogen into what? Usable form for the plants. Okay, so they convert the what? Gaseous nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere into usable form by the plants. As you can see, these soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen in a usable form, right? So they convert the gaseous nitrogen in the usable form, that is, so it makes soluble into the soil. Okay, converting the gaseous nitrogen into soil or making a usable form of nitrogen by the plants, so that plant can absorb nitrogen and water from the soil. First nitrogen was in the atmosphere. So atmosphere has the nitrogen, but it cannot take directly. What happens? The bacteria converts. What happens? The bacteria convert these atmospheric nitrogen into soluble nitrogen or a usable form in the soil. So what happens when nitrogen comes into the soil? So along with the nitrogen, water is also absorbed by the plants, right? And even what happens? The farmer used to fertilize the soil. So farmer used to what? They use the chemical containing the nitrogen, mix that fertilizer into the soil, and which is further used by the plant, right? So fertilizer where we used to mix in the soil for the plants, right? Now other mode of nutrition in the plants. There are some plants, so there are some other modes of nutrition in plants. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition, right? So what happens? There are some plants which do not have chlorophyll, they cannot synthesize food. How do they survive and from where do they get the nutrition? Like humans, animals such as a plant depend on others. They are heterotrophs, right? We plants and we animals and humans depend on the plants, right? It is similar to the, so this case is also seen in the plant. What happened? Some plant depend on some other plant, right? So as you can see, figure 1.5, a cuscuta, amarbel on the horse plant, right? These are the yellow wiry branches structure twinning around the stem and branches. The plant is cuscuta, amarbel. It does not have chlorophyll, it takes the ready-made food from the plant on which it is climbing. Okay. As we are depend on what? Plants for the food, right? So here also, this is a one plant or a tree, right? So it be one more climber, or the plant name is what? Cuscuta or the Amarbel. So it just spread throughout the other plant. This is one plant and this is second. So through figure 1.5 you are able to understand. So two plants we can see. One, and this is the wire type, the climber, that is a Cuscuta or the Amarbel. As it does not have the what? Chlorophyll pigment, so it cannot prepare their own food. That's why it depends on the other tree. Right? So now the main tree is the host. It is a host and the Cuscuta is parasite. Okay. So the plant which is depending on the other plant is the parasite. As the example of Cuscuta, it is depending on the other tree, right? And from which it is using the material is the host, right? So main tree is the host and Cuscuta is climber which is taking space whole around that tree, right? So Cuscuta is a parasite. As it cannot make its own food, that's why it depend on the other tree, right? Kylie wants to know whether mosquito bites, lice and leeches that sucks our blood are parasite. Yes. So your mosquito leeches they used to what? Take your blood from your body, right? So they are also a parasite. They are depending on others. They are taking food from our body, right? In the form of blood. So they are parasite. And they are cannot able to prepare their own food. They are depending on us by sucking the blood from us, right? Now what, have you seen or heard a plant eat animals? Okay, now coming to the picture, plant showing lid and a picture. So moving to the next part, that is the insectivorous plant. So insectivorous, they have given the example of pitcher plant. What you can see, this is a pitcher plant. Pitcher means a pot. Lid. So what happens in the pitcher plant? They used to eat insect. So these kinds of plant used to eat what? Insect. Right? What happens when an insect came near the mouth of that pitcher, that is a pot-like appearance. So what happened? This insect entered through the what? Pitcher, and the lid will close. Right? So insects will what? Trap into the pitcher plant. Right? So it has a lid and a pot-like structure where the insect enter and the lid will close and the insect will stuck into the pitcher plant. Right? So for this they used to eat the insects or capture the insect as a food. What happens? They prepare the food, but to fulfill the other requirements, they also eat the insects. Okay. So this was the pitcher plant showing lid and pitcher. So pitcher is a pot-like structure. Now moving to the next part. So this was all about your today's class, right? So what we have studied, the algae, heterotrophic nutrition, the host, parasite, insectivorous plants, right? What we have covered? Algae, then iodine test for starch. Then what? Heterotrophs. Host, parasite. Host, parasite, insectivorous plants. Plants, right? So today we have covered these points, right? What is the algae? Algae are the green patches or the small plantlets which we can see near the ponds or the small water bodies, right? So they do not have they have the chlorophyll and they even make their own food. And what about the iodine test? It is used to detect the starch that is a food produced in the plant, right? So what happened? The plant which is kept in the sunlight shows the presence of starch, whereas the dark does not show. Why? Because what? Due to absence of sunlight, there is no sunlight for the preparation of the food, right? Then heterotrophs, host and parasite. What happened? In heterotrophs, heterotrophs are those which cannot make their own food, depend on the others, right? So here two plants, as you can see the figure 1.5, where a tree is covered by the cuscuta. Cuscuta is what? Parasite, and the big tree is the host, right? So cuscuta is depend on what? Another plant or the tree. Okay, that is parasite. For what? Food or the nutrition, right? And what happens next? Insectivorous plant. So we have studied about the pitcher plant, which has the capacity or ability to capture the insect. It has the pod-like appearance under lid, so that when insect comes, it can catch or hold the insect. So why? It can prepare food by the chlorophyll. Okay, by photosynthesis it can prepare food. Apart from that, it has the capacity to have other nutrition by eating the insects. Right. So this was all about your today's class. So even your mosquito and leeches used to suck your blood. So they are also parasite, as they are depending on us to have the food or the blood to eat or suck. Right. So this is all about the today's class. Algae iodine test. That is to indicate the presence of starch in the form of food. Right. Heterotrophs, host and parasite, insectivorous plants. So hope you understand the topics. Thank you.